Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So let's just dive in. And let's start off with this tweet here from CZ Binance. And we do see utility value. If something is used by people, it has value. Generally speaking, the more people who use it, the higher the value. And liquidity. Now, I do want to comment on this in the sense of seeing how vast the overall use case potential of XRP actually is. Utility value definitely does have a value added proposition to it, and this value could be much higher than anyone can anticipate. I always see the argument around XRP's value. XRP will never go to $10, it will never go to $100, it will never go to $1,000, it will never go here or there. I want you all to understand that market cap is an argument around this market that has been utilized for so long. Going back to time frames of 2010 to 2013, even 2015, everyone thought that, Bitcoin having a $1 trillion market cap was absurd, and people think that a $10 trillion market cap for Bitcoin will happen. And you don't see people saying, well, $10 trillion for Bitcoin is absurd. No. In fact, a lot of people believe that a $500,000 Bitcoin will happen or a $1 million Bitcoin will happen. As we look further on in time, market capitalization itself around crypto it's an argument point that makes no sense because nobody truly understands the utility value. The price is going to have a higher valuation to it. Liquidity will be much higher. XRP, as more and more individuals utilize it, as more of these larger financial institutions utilize it, which is much larger than an impact by individuals utilizing it, the multiplier effects will kick in. Value and liquidity itself, both gaining rapidly in volumes and value. This is a big area to focus on. And we're already kind of seeing this happen, right? So we do see over here from MFS Africa. A few weeks ago, we announced our partnership with Ripple to streamline real-time mobile payments for their customers across 35 countries. MFS Africa. The Ripple MFS Africa partnership represents a confident, important, and bold first step for our crypto strategy to leverage blockchain technologies to amplify our impact on consumers and businesses on the continent. Whole continents adopting this technology. This is how large of an opportunity you have in terms of the utility value added. This is insane. And we do see a few breakdowns down here as well. According to our founder and CEO, the Ripple MFS Africa partnership represents a confident, important, and bold first step of our crypto strategy to leverage blockchain technologies to amplify our impact on consumers and businesses on the continent. And they do have the full article breakdown over here on Ripple's website as well, which we did talk about initially on in the beginning of November. A $2.7 trillion market opportunity. A lot of growth here in this partnership, but I've seen this post and I was like, I have to comment on this going back to what CZ said because we have whole continents pushing towards mass adoption for crypto, and here's a company, Ripple, which utilizes XRP in a lot of their major opportunities in terms of technological advancements. And here's a whole continent adopting their technology standard. This is huge. And then over here as well from XRP Darren, Fame21 more over on Twitter, we do see on-chain liquidity combined with on and off ramps per on-demand liquidity will change the game. 300 plus RippleNet banks tapping into digital asset liquidity from remittances to business, soon bank to bank, more liquidity, more utility. Again, all focused on the bigger picture. All of this is mass adoption of this technology in such a huge way that a lot of people are just not prepared for. I think that this is huge. A lot more upgrades are going to happen for the network, for the XRP ledger. I am very excited for the entire game to be fully changed. I think that people are not realizing how large of an opportunity Ripple does hold in its arsenal when utilizing XRP. Obviously, this was posted by Ripple X Dev. This is the development that is happening, but the amount of utility, the amount of on-demand liquidity itself that will be streamlined through major financial institutions, 300 plus banks tapping into this liquidity. you got to understand that the multiplier effects here for XRP are going to be substantially higher than anyone can assume. This also goes into market cap as well. I think that market cap is going to change rapidly as well because, institutions will pay a pretty penny to utilize technology like this. And a lot of people question, like, okay, well, how much can XRP be worth? Well, the higher valuation, the more efficient this entire mechanism actually is. So, again, make sure to focus on the multiplier effects as well as the network effects that XRP will have. And we also do see over here from 801_XRP, we do see Ripple XRP, fam, David Jones, head of fintech at MasterCard. There will be different ways of making payments, but it will take some time, or maybe there will be a world-changing event that will accelerate that, maybe. And listen closely, it's about a minute long.
Different ways of making payments, so open banking, digital, they're clearly going to have a big impact. But maybe not in the way we see. I think the most difficult final step for them to reach is where the real scale is, which is I'm a consumer, I'm buying something from you as a retailer. There are adjacent payment spaces, B2B particularly, which I think is probably more naturally open to different types of innovative payments. I think it'll be a little while before we see fundamental change in retail payments. I mean, maybe the first thing we might see in the next couple of years is just that process of actually, typing a 16-digit card number is going to start going away. There's going to be different ways of doing that, which I think will be welcome to everybody, right? Nobody wants to do that anymore. Functionally, it works. It's not the best experience, so it will change. Other than that, I think it'll take some time. Maybe there'll be another world-changing event that accelerates it, right? I mean,
hopefully we'll have a couple of years off before that with any luck.
And we are kind of seeing that event take place right now. I mean, outside of crypto, you're seeing an economic downturn in the entire global economy. The global economy as we know it is weakening day in and day out. It's on the brink of, collapse, and we're all sitting around looking at this technology and we're screaming in crypto. We're screaming that this technology could help. This technology could help. There's a lot of benefits to it. And I just can't help but to feel like some conspiracy theory out there is building this all up for one massive, just overnight flip switch that a lot of people have been bringing up around XRP. It could be just one large world-changing event, the largest world-changing event that we have seen. And it could very well be the collapse of the current financial system, which we've been really kind of addressing for a very long time on this channel. I do think that is something that could streamline the adoption of this technology, this revolutionary technology. And I do think that the way of making payments, the way that payments are also being settled and everything around it is going to change rapidly. I think that the overall technological advancement around finance itself has not been really revolutionized or changed since the 1960s, which was the rollout of debit and credit cards. I mean, it's crazy to think about it, but that's how long it's been. Imagine if everything around us didn't change since the 1960s. Could you imagine how outdated things actually would be? That's why when we look at, payments and finance, we need some sort of revolutionary technological advancement to happen. I do believe that will be centered on something like RippleNet with XRP. And I just don't see how we don't utilize on-demand liquidity. On-demand liquidity changes the game forever. And we also do see over here from Black Swan Capitalist, Ripple has confirmed the creation of a private CBDC on the XRP ledger in order to offer central banks transaction privacy and control over their currency. Listen closely, it's about a minute long as well.
We launched that product. We were partnered with one of the largest banks in the Middle East, and we went to market, and we went live. And we had a call from a very upset Middle Eastern banker saying, wait a minute, people can see my transactions. I don't want people to see my transactions. So look, blockchain is powerful, and a public ledger can be leveraged to make transactions. But banks, I mean, if every SCB transaction was written to a public ledger, would SCB be excited about that? The answer is no, I'll tell you very certainly. The nature of how we have evolved our technology, yes, some of it, XRP is a public open ledger. A different part of Ripple's technology that connects banks to the liquidity solutions, these are private, think about it almost as a private temporary blockchain between two banks. It's cryptographically signing the transaction holding it in escrow and releasing it at the same time, so you never have a situation where a transaction doesn't complete. We launched that product. We were partnered with one of the largest banks.
And, when we really look at the XRP ledger itself, it's powering such huge innovations. Tokenized money is going to be a thing. Do I welcome CBDCs? Not necessarily. We've addressed this many times. But tokenized fiat will be a thing. We're already kind of seeing tokenized commercial, tokens itself being utilized within certain processes to streamline certain things and have a lot more efficient standards around how workflows actually, really kind of, move and facilitate them. And it's all happening through tokenization, digitization. Like, this is a huge area of focus, and it has been for so long. I think that this is a game changer. But also, as we really look at CBDCs, it's centered on liquidity. Liquidity is always a big focus point whenever we talk about fiat, whenever we talk about payments. And it really kind of takes me over to this video, or this thread over here from Anderson. This does also mention XRP Darren's video from about 9 minutes, where he does talk about the XRP liquidity pool. It's a game changer. It's an absolute game changer as well, because this is centered on global commerce, global business, banking, finance, everything around finance and payments themselves. But we do see, are we seeing the master plan of making XRP the most liquid crypto asset starting to play out? Put it together. So yeah, here you have global payments with Ripple, and this is talking about no risk, low cost, instant, one API to rule them all. You have it at the center point of every single global banking infrastructure, and you do see Amazon, Uber, Seagate, all centered through Ripple, all to this massive global payments with Ripple. And we do see down here from Bob way back in the day, liquidity is a generalized problem that all teams will need to solve as they try to build out a multi-currency payment network. When Ripple thinks the time is right, they'll start to talk about their plans of or for solving that problem. And here you guys have that issue. This is that quote where he was talking about it. I expect that news will come before most other teams even realize there's a significant problem they need to solve. I much prefer Ripple and XRP be seen as leaders of this discussion. It's fine to me if other teams are seen as followers. And yeah, I do think that this is it's going to be a huge game changer. And here you guys have another sort of breakdown from David Schwartz mentioning the planned secret sauce, which is the auto market maker, or automated market maker. Now, even if on-demand liquidity wouldn't connect with the decentralized exchange/liquidity pool at this moment, we don't know what Ripple has planned for the future. David also said that XRapid, which is now rebranded to on-demand liquidity, is not aimed at banks. And here you guys have it. So we do see, hey, what's this thingy trying to fly under the radar? For the first time, this reveals the planned secret sauce, a continuous auction mechanism that incentivizes arbitrageurs to burn liquidity tokens and arbitrager sooner, more accurately, and more frequently to increase the benefits to liquidity providers. Honestly, I just want you all to understand that we are continuously seeing on-demand liquidity being not only revolutionizing to these major companies, but it's expanding rapidly as well. All of this is centered at a perfect time in this market. And, Ripple themselves has been piloting CBDCs, tokenized currencies, tokenized fiat, facilitating massive amounts of transactions through on-demand liquidity. It's making up a very large percentage of their money flows. So when we really kind of look at what Ripple has been solving and what is happening around Ripple with XRP, it's hard to not talk about, a possible world-changing event that will push this technology into the limelight and have nearly every major financial institution and major banking client utilize this technology. In my opinion, something very, very large is on the horizon, and it's coming. It could be the global catastrophe of the monetary system that we are seeing that will revolutionize and usher in the new digital system, which again, Ripple's already ahead of. Ripple already sees this, which kind of takes me back to this quote from Bob Way, where he's talking about, Ripple's solving this problem way before, anybody else starts to talk about their plans, which is crazy. It's crazy because Ripple is a visionary company that is seeing everything move. They're seeing the gears turning around the monetary system, and I believe that they already have a plan of action to really kind of streamline this entire monetary system before anybody even plans this out. And we're already seeing Ripple ahead of the game with their patent on demand liquidity technology anyways, which is an absolute game changer. So when we really kind of look at this, in my opinion, I do think that there will be a very large major change that is going to happen globally, and we've already even talked about this possible rollout of a Bretton Woods situation where we do see a full-on new system ushered out centered on DLT and gold, which could very well be the thing. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are on this beautiful world. That's been Nick. Peace out, guys.